booktube, it is Kate here for a TBR, and I have realized that, monthly TBRs for myself kind of backfire. They just end up making me feel more obligated, but doing TBRs for readathons is really fun. It's like I get to go all out for those. So I think I have hopefully picked a realistic number of books too. I'm trying to, take it down a notch with my readathon TBRs, in the midst of all the excitement, I can kind of bite off more than I can chew. The readathon that I'm doing a TBR for today is hosted by Lucy at Lucy the Reader, and she's doing a classics-a-thon. This is the third one that she's doing. She did one in the summer originally, and then a winter one, and now a summer one again. So I was thinking that my reading year has kind of consisted of like really current day reads that are like fluff reads, and then Victorian classics, and nothing in the middle. And so I've been trying to branch out a little bit in recent weeks and read maybe some literary fiction, but being very choosy, hunting around for specific literary fiction that will suit Kate. And then I thought, and more modern classics. That would be really fun. So that is what I have selected, with a few exceptions. And the first, I have several buddy reads I'm going to be doing that I'm really looking forward to. And the first buddy read is going to be On the Beach by Nevil Shute. This I will be reading with Kate from the novel Nomad. Kate and I last summer, we read A Town Like Alice by Nevil Shute. And that book just right away became one of my all-time favorite books. I love it so much. I still remember it so vividly. I'm so fond of Jean, who's the main character. I think she's just an amazing female lead. And Kate and I were like, all right, we are officially reading all of Nevil Shute's books. So I have read 3 others of his, I think, before A Town Like Alice. But I have not read On the Beach. On the Beach is not going to be a happy read by any means. It takes place after, it's in a future world, and it takes place after World War III, when basically the entire Earth is being decimated by radiation after multiple nuclear bombs. So like I said, not a cheerful read, but a compelling one, and I'm kind of okay with, especially when it's a classic. So this one is a little bit later. I think it's 1957. I'll put the year down below that On the Beach was written. So that's the first one. Then I will be doing a buddy read with my ladies from Talking Amongst Our Shelves. In case you don't know, every month I do a live show with my friends Becky and Bethany, and we talk about different bookish topics. And they were both going to be reading The Turn of the Screw, and I had just told them how I'd been kind of burning out from all of the modern, more fluffy reads I'd been doing. And so they very kindly extended an invite for me to read The Turn of the Screw with them. This is by Henry James. This is a more Victorian era classic. I have very low expectations for this going in. I'm just saying, because I don't know anyone that's ever raved about it. Even the only person I know who loves Henry James is my brother. And even he didn't really like The Turn of the Screw. He likes Portrait of a Lady and The Wings of the Dove. So, like I said, low expectations. So I'm really hoping I'll be wrong and I'll really enjoy it. That's what I'm going to go with. Let's see. Then, buddy read with Emma from Bookish Princess. We haven't done a buddy read in such a long time, so I reached out to her and told her about a couple books I was wanting to read in the month of August, and then the Classics-a-thon happened, so it all just worked out. And we are going to be reading The Flame Trees of Thika, Memories of an African Childhood by Elspeth Huxley. So this is a memoir that came out in 1959, and it's this woman's story of being a child in Kenya. Her parents were, what did her parents do? Maybe they are kind of like anthropologists. It doesn't say exactly what they do. They're living on a small farm. And so she's studying the local tribes, and it just sounds like it will be a really interesting, moving portrait. And this is actually a movie cover. For those of you Parent Trap fans, this is Hayley Mills starring in the movie. So I might watch the movie afterwards, but more and more I'm really hesitant to watch movie adaptations of books, particularly feature film length ones, because it just feels so fast forwarded. but I might take my friend Becky's advice and just wait a couple months after to really enjoy it. I think it's more watching it immediately after that kind of doesn't always sit well with me. Okay, then moving on will be, all right, just wanted to make sure I didn't miss anything. The Virginian by Owen Wister. So Emma at Bookish Princess made this sound really excellent. It's just a epic, story of the American West, and I haven't really read many, if any, books in that setting, and I would really like that. So I know Emma likes really character-driven books like I do, and so I'm really hopeful about this one. I also appreciate that it's not nearly as long as Lonesome Dove, because Lonesome Dove, I tried it a couple summers ago. I wasn't enjoying it that much, and it was just hecka long. So this one only is 323 pages. That's another benefit of not doing Victorian books. There are some shorter Victorian classics out there, but a lot of them aren't. And also, plus, I just want to save my Victorian books for something coming up in a couple months. And then one I want to read that I've owned for several years, another nice shorter classic, and this one is around 270 pages, and that's The Four Feathers by A.E.W. Mason. And this is, I actually saw the movie of this years ago. It's basically about, it's during this war in the Sudan. And there is an officer who has a moral objection to this war. And he has, 3 friends who are also soldiers in the war. And then he is engaged. And when he says that he has these moral objections, they think it's just that out of fear, out of cowardice, and they each give him a white feather, which you were supposed to give to cowards. And so then he wants to go, he hears one of his friends is in danger, and he wants to it says he anonymously comes to the aid of his 3 friends, saving each of their lives. So he wants to prove his bravery, and then it's kind of the aftermath of all of that. So it just looked really interesting, and I remember being really fascinated when I watched the movie. Then 2 more. One is Christy by Catherine Miller. This will be a buddy read. I'm very excited because Meghan Hanet has a channel I have subscribed to recently, and I have been loving her videos. If you like the kinds of books that I like, please subscribe to Meghan's channel. She is fabulous. She has such a lovely, winsome personality, and about a minute into one of her videos, I was like, yes, I will be subscribing. So Meghan and I will be reading Christy by Catherine Marshall. I'm really looking forward to this. I loved the show as a kid, in case you aren't aware, because it's kind of a niche type show. Christy is a young woman who, I can't remember where she's from. She's from a more posh East Coast town. I want to say Boston is where she's from. Anyhow, and she decides she really wants to use her life for good. She wants to do, really change the world. And she's heard there's a really, really big need for teachers in Appalachia. So she comes there, and it's an extremely impoverished community. And sadly, I think a lot of the dynamics in that have not changed much. It's just a really impoverished area of the country. But she is a teacher, and she meets some other really amazing people who are also trying to make life better for this really underprivileged area, and forms some really meaningful friendships and learns a lot. She learns a lot from just people who have such a different life experience than she does, and they learn from her. So I really want to check the book out. The book is maybe the most recent out of all of these. I think it's 1967. And so Lucy was saying her ideal parameter stops at 1970. So it's just in there before the cutoff. And then the final one that I want to try to read is The Scarlet Pimpernel by the Baroness Orczy, I think is how you say it. And this is about kind of a hero in disguise. And I just know I've been told throughout the years with people who like similar classics that I do, Kate, you would love The Scarlet Pimpernel. Kate, you would love The Scarlet Pimpernel. And I don't know why I haven't picked it up yet. And so I'm kind of using this as the catalyst to pick it up. I am pretty motivated to watch the movie though, because I'm pretty sure Jane Seymour, Dr. Quinn Medicine Woman, which I know her better as, is in this movie. So I must see anything with Jane Seymour in it. So maybe I'll wait though a couple months, like I said, before I actually watch it. So those are my classics I'm hoping to get to. Like I said, I don't think I went crazy. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 I don't think is a crazy number. And I looked, and I think pretty much every one of these, except for Christie, is available via audiobook through Overdrive or Hoopla, so I can pair them. If I'm having trouble, I don't know, like making my way through one and maybe read at certain times and listen at other times. I hope you guys are having a lovely day, and I'm hoping I just have a great classics-a-thon. I will be vlogging as usual, and it'll just probably be included in my August vlog, so you can watch for my progress on this space, and I'll be back for another video soon. Bye.